Good morning, legendary tipsters. We've got a fun one here heading into round 9 with a couple of interesting little tidbits, especially in that Broncos and the Roosters game. We just found out that Jared Waerea-Hargreaves has actually been ruled out with a calf injury. It doesn't seem to be too bad, and it looks like they're just going to get him at home for his 300th next week, which will be pretty fun. And then Payne Haas, it actually sounds like there's a chance that he misses it. He's aggravated his knee at training according to NRL Physio, and that may change my tip a little bit. But at this stage, I'm going to stick with my decision. But in terms of where I'm at from last week, there was a little bit of improvement across the board. I did make that one mistake, obviously there with the tipping the Dragons over the Roosters in that one, and then I lost just one other to end up with a 6, which was fine overall, and still keeps me in the hunt in all of my tipping situations here. So much better than where I thought I'd be at this point of the year. So yeah, doing really well, and hopefully we can keep improving from there. So what are your thoughts on your trades right now? Panthers up top, obviously Cleary being out as well. I don't think that changes this result at all. Still 3% of, I'd imagine, Rabbitohs fans that are tipping them. And then to the second game, you've got Eagles up against the Raiders, and it does seem it's a lot nicer up here on the Central Coast right now. We'll have to see how that ends up for weather and the like over the weekend, but I do suspect that with DC playing now, Olakwatu's out, yes, but I suspect that the Eagles will win this one at home against the Raiders. Not sure how pretty it's going to be and how well they beat them, but I do suspect expect that they will win that one. Broncos, I still have them tipped at home. With Hargreaves out, I do think losing Payne Haas is a bigger loss than losing Jared. We still need to find out as well what's happening. Is Radley going to be back as well? There's a few question marks around him being in jersey 22 and could come back. What's the configuration of their team? And those kind of things will play a little bit of a factor in my decision making. But at the moment, Broncos are going to get that tip from me. To the next one, I think it's a harder tip than what people are expecting here. 89% have got the Dogs. I do think that the Tigers will put up a good fight. And if they can nullify that left-hand side attack a little bit, which teams have not been able to do as yet, but there's also been some very poor defenses, right-side defenses that they've come up against. So if they can sort that out a little bit, this will definitely be an easier game to be in the fight, really, if they can do that. But I'm still tipping the Dogs. They're in great form at the moment. They're getting some troops back with Kurt Mann, potentially Jacob Preston as well. So that's great news for them. But defensively, they've been good. And down that left-hand side, they were awesome. And then we're able to score on the right as well with Karaz on the weekend. With the Storm up against the Titans, I just think that you can't tip against the Storm pretty much all year, to be honest with you. But you're looking at then coming off a win, which is good. But Storm are in second and 6-1. You can't really tip against that. And they like playing up in the Gold Coast anyway. They spend plenty of time in the Sunshine Coast through COVID. Cowboys up against the Dolphins. I will tip my own team this week. Dolphins didn't look incredible at all on the weekend. Cowboys showed a bit of grit defensively and have a lot of firepower. And if they can do that against the Panthers, they can do that even better against the Dolphins, who get Connolly Lemuelu back. They do lose Kenny Bromwich, but Jesse looks like he's good to go, and I still think that without Herbie, without Hammer, Cowboys should have too much firepower at home, and that's the way I'm going to play that one. Knights up against the Wars. I'm going to tip the Wars away from home in this one. They need a win. They need a win badly. Knights got one last week, and that's going to give them some confidence, so I suspect it'll be a close game. I'm saying suspect a lot for the first time in my life for some reason, and tipping them by 6 in this one, the Wars. Yeah, just think it'll be a close game. 22-16 was the thought, or 24-18, somewhere there. And then finishing things off, Sharkies, I think will get the win over the Dragons. Dragons will bounce back a little bit, but it won't be enough for the Sharkies not to get the win at home there for them. So there's my tips for the week, guys, heading into round 9. Very happy with where I'm at. Let me know if any of your tips differ to mine. That would be really cool. And thank you to you guys that are watching this one, and good luck in round 9.